Hello, everyone. Welcome to my channel, Stampers. My name is Lori Staley, Addicted Stamper, and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator outside of Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, in a small town called Dillsburg. If you are joining me for the first time, I'm so happy that you're here. I have a really cute sneak peek and a fun fold for you, all in one. And if you're returning to my channel, thank you so much for coming back and checking out the video or the live if you're coming on live with me. I'm excited to share some fun things with you tonight, and we're going to have a good time creating this pretty card that I have. While you're hopping on, I'm just going to do a little bit of business. We are on April 26th. My goodness, we are 1 week from the new catalog launch, right? But there's still plenty of good things to grab before that catalog launches. Hi, Carol. The Waves of the Ocean promotion is still ongoing, even though you can't get the foil or the rhinestones. You can still get the beautiful designer series paper. Of course, you could order the stamps and the dies a while. These are carrying over into the new annual catalog, the 2022-2023. The paper is not. So if you're holding your budget for the new catalog, I get it, but make sure you grab a pack, at least one pack of that designer series paper. You will not be sorry, and you can use it for much more than just the Waves of Inspiration bundle, okay? So you can still get that. You can still get the items in the All Together promotion. Okay. Now, not the blends. Those are not available yet. Hi, Donna. You are here, Donna. Hi, Betty. But you can get the stamps and the dies, and you can get that really cool 6x6 black and white paper. And I love that paper. I love all black and white papers because there's just endless possibilities of what you can do with it, right? So those items are still available, as well as there are still some items left on the last chance list. So if you haven't picked everything up from there that you are interested in, make sure that you check those items out. Still plenty of things available at a discount, okay? So those are the three kind of wrapping up the business of Stampin' Up! As we end this year and move into the new catalog year. I have a couple of things going on. I, of course, always do an in-color club. And for my in-color club, there are two options. You can do just the basics, and you'll receive over the next 5 months, starting in May, each month you would receive one of the new in colors in the ink pad, the ink refill, a full pack of cardstock, the Stampin' Write marker, the Stampin' Blend combo pack, and the designer series paper, which I'm going to show you a sneak peek of the designer series paper tonight. That's $45, or I'm sorry, $43 a month for 5 months. Plus, you will get, as a free gift from me, each month you will receive the Baker's Twine in your color. And then if you want it all, that is available to you as well. Sorry, I feel like I have something in my throat. That's $60 a month, and that will also include the glimmer paper in your color, the metallic ribbon, which is gorgeous, and the matte decorative dots. And then you'll have some extra free goodies from me, including labeled sponge daubers, so you're ready to roll with your sponge daubers, and the Tea Boutique cards and envelopes that are in our in colors, and they're absolutely gorgeous. Hey, Tina. So if you're interested in that, I'll drop a link below for you. And then also I have my paper share. Paper shares are always fun because you get to touch and feel and play with before you invest in an entire pack, right? So for my paper share, all the pretty papers, the cost is $55. It's 168 6x6 sheets of the designer series paper. So you actually get 2 of each of the papers, including the 6x6 packs, with the exception of the He Is the Man. There's a specialty sheet in there. I can't really cut that into 6x6s, but I will figure out a way to equally distribute what is on those sheets in the paper share. And then, so I guess it's not really 168 because you'll have you'll have those that we'll be doing a little bit differently. And then if you want to do the specialty paper add-on, that is an additional $10, and that will get you the in color glimmer papers, the brush stroke, the rose gold, and the distress gold. So again, if you're interested in either one of those, I will put my email below. You can reach out to me and we can get you hooked up. If you respond before May 2nd, you will receive an extra free gift for both the In Color Club and the paper shares. All right. And then the last thing I have going on right now is my Ladybug class. And how cute are these cards? So I featured the Ladybug bundle at my retreat in March, and I'm really excited. I created a couple of different cards for the class, but these are available. You will get enough supplies to make 2 of each of the cards, in addition to the product that you're going to receive. So you're going to receive the Pampered Pets trim, and then that is the combo pack. So you get the red with the white stitching, and then you get the really cool black and white baker's twine. You will get the black matte dots, which are fabulous. You will get the little ladybugs, as long as they stay available, because those are on the clearance rack. But the little ladybugs that I used on this project, and you will get a half a pack of that Altogether Designer Series paper that I was talking about. That's the black and white. And you'll get a pack of dimensionals. So all of that for $30. Now, if you're not a local friend and you can't do a porch pickup, there is shipping that will be charged for all of the 3 things we just talked about: the class, the In Color Club, and the paper share. This, I do need your RSVP by April 29th. So I'll drop a registration link there for you. And I also, in that link, you'll find all of the other things that I used on those projects in case you need to pick those up as well. All right, one last thing, one last piece of business to take care of. And that is the beautiful card that we made last week. This was also a sneak peek. Love the sweet sorbet with the evening evergreen and the soft succulent. And of course, this stamp set is gorgeous. This winner of this card is Carol Deegan. So Carol, I will have that for you. I will probably pop that in your Just Cards package when I get ready to send that out here in the next week, if that works for you. And speaking of Just Cards, when you do place a minimum $30 product order on my website using this month's host code, you earn these card kits, and one is missing. I'm always surprised. Oh, there we go. There we go. So those are my Just Cards for the month. There is an in-person class on May 11th with an option to attend at 3 o'clock or at 6 o'clock. And you can do a porch pickup if you're local, if you can't make the class. You get all the supplies. Everything is die cut and embossed. The only thing that is not done for you is the stamping, and that keeps me in compliance with Stampin' Up. And you also get a full color PDF with step-by-step instructions to show you how to put the cards together. You can purchase the class outright for $15 plus postage, or as I said, you can earn that with a minimum $25 product, I'm sorry, $30 product order on my website using this month's host code. All right, I think that's all the business. Hi, Marlene. Hey, Tina. All right, so let me show you what set we're going to be using tonight. We are going to be using Bottled Happiness. So I actually had registered for On Tour with Stampin' Up. We had a virtual event. I got to attend this Saturday. That was a lot of fun. And I got the stamp set for free. So I've been playing with that. I did a swap with my team, or with the team members that attended with me on Saturday. I've done another card for my team meeting, and I did a card for us tonight. So I thought I would share that with you. This is going to be such a fun set. We're also going to bring in a little bit of greetings from the Pansy Patch. This one is available in the current annual catalog and is carrying over into the new annual catalog. And then one that I haven't done a lot with yet, but I want to. I just don't have enough hours in my day. And that is Home and Garden. And this one is in the mini catalog, the current mini catalog that will end in June. So you still have a couple of months to pick this one up as well. But it is great. If you have any handy men in your life, if they like to do yard work, this is a great set for them. And just the ladder alone is worth it, right? But then we have the rake and the gloves and the shovel and the shears and the trowel. So, and some nice greetings. Thanks for helping me grow. Birthday wishes. Happy Father's Day to the man who can do anything, and Dad. I did get a good stamp. I did. I love it. And we are also going to use some of the new ink colors. Look, I've already got this ink pad messed up. Look at that. This is Orchid Oasis, and this is Parakeet Party. So we're going to be using those, and we're actually going to combine those with Smoky Slate. What do you think? All right, let me pull in some paper and we'll get rolling. So here is my Smoky Slate, and as promised, this is not only a sneak peek, but it is also a fun fold. And I love fun folds of all kinds, and I do some pretty intricate ones, but I like it when there's a simple fun fold that you really don't have to remember too much about. Now, I will have all the directions, measurements, etc., supplies that I use in the video listing below. Once we're done here, it'll take me a little bit. I got to grab a picture of the project, and then I'll get that posted for you. So if you want to come back and make this card, it will be there for you later this evening. But this is just 5.5 by 8.5. I scored it at 2 1/8. Okay, and then here's my trick, guys. I don't score this side. Sometimes the paper might be cut off a little bit. You know, it's not exactly 8.5, and you want this to meet up in the middle. So I actually do my fold over, and I butt that cardstock up right against that other flap, and then I crease it. That way I am absolutely certain I'm not going to have a gap in the middle of my card. Hi, Vicki. So that's pretty cool, right? That is an easy way to ensure that it is going to align perfectly for you. So keep that in mind. And then we're just going to come back over this one more time and give it another good crease. Like things to lay nice and flat, or as flat as they can. Then I promised you, whoops, there comes that parakeet in. I promised you a sneak peek at one of the patterns and the color. This, of course, is the Orchid Oasis in the new Designer Series 6x6 paper pack. So we have all the color families. We have the brights, the subtles, the regals, the neutrals, and every year we bring out new patterns, right? You can absolutely keep using the old patterns, but if you're like me, I fall in love every year with the new patterns. So on one side of one pattern in the pack, we have these cute little flowers. Hopefully that's showing up well on camera for you. And then on the other side, it's these really cool stripes. I love it. There's some more fun patterns in that pack that I'll share with you in the future, but I just wanted to give you a little tease. And I need to find my adhesive, which is right here. So we are going to mount these. I bet you can figure that out, right? We're going to mount those right on the front panels. As I said, this is a very easy fun fold. You really, all you have to remember is that 2 1/8, and there's really not any other measurements to remember. So you got to love that. And then we'll put this one on the other side. It does help if you put them with the flowers going upright, although I think it's an overall pattern. So I'm not really sure there's a wrong direction, which I also appreciate that in our patterns, right? Ah, there you go, Carol. Glad I could help. That's awesome. Okay, so that's it. That's our fun fold. That's how we're going to do this. Now, I am going to take the Painted Texture 3D embossing folder. And if you've not watched me before and you're going, what is that blue dot about on her folder? That tells me and my guests at my event that this is a 3D folder. Originally, I picked the blue because on the old machine, there was a specialty plate that you used with the 3D folders, and it was blue. So it was kind of a memory trigger that if you saw a blue dot, you needed the blue plate. Well, the blue plate changed with the new machine to a gray plate, and they don't make gray dots. So I stayed with the blue. For your 3D folders, you need your platform 1, your folder with your paper in it. Always put it through with the folded edge going through first, or even on the side is okay. But don't put it through with the fold going through in the back. Why do I say that? Because over time, it could actually cause these flaps or these pieces to pick up separately in the rollers as it's going through. And what that would do is shift one either forward or back. That can crack your fold. And once the fold is cracked, unless you catch it right away and you get some kind of frog tape, painter's tape, duct tape around it to make sure that it stays aligned and in place, your pattern will become fuzzy, it won't be crisp and clear of what you're trying to emboss. So I always recommend that you put it through with the fold first. And I did switch it before I put it in. So we have our painted texture on here. This is one of my favorite backgrounds. It probably will become my favorite background because they're tasteful textile, I think it is. That one is retiring. All right, so we're going to lay this aside for a second. Just put it over here. And I'm going to bring in, let's do our greeting next. I'm using that Birthday Wishes, which is a nice font, really clear font. We're going to stamp that with some Orchid Oasis. And you have to forgive me. I keep wanting to call it Orchid Opulence. I've been a demonstrator for over 18 years. So it's a little hard for me, just like this is going to be a little hard for me to see. Let's see, I have some red laying here. Let me grab a piece of red and see if this will help me be able to see my edges on my greeting. Okay, that looks like some kind of a sign. What sign has the red circle with the white line through it? I can't remember. But this is going to make this much easier. We'll see if I get it straight. Oh, but it's too high. It's perfectly straight. Let's try it again. I got another chance, right? Then we'll go with the best. Anybody else do that? Don't love the first one, so we'll try the second one. And if that isn't any better, then we'll just go with the best. That's a little better. We'll take that one. Always clean my stamps. And I try to do it as I use them because sometimes we forget, did we clean it? Didn't we clean it? We're in a hurry. Okay, I'm just going to say I cleaned it and toss it in the case. And then, hi, Shaz, no entry? What does that mean? Then you get ugly images when you ink it up the next time, right? So always make sure you keep your stamps nice and clean. It's a great way to protect your investment. There we go. All right, now we're going to do some additional stamping. And we're going to play with a couple of images from here. We're going to play with the shorter bottle, and we're going to play with the flowers and the greenery. I'm going to stamp the bottle first in Smoky Slate. Always too, remember, you will get a much better image with a foam pad, piercing mat, whatever you want to call them, under you, especially when you have a more solid image stamp that is photopolymer. Now I do not have, wonder where it is. Well, we'll see how this goes. No, you know what? I've got one right here. I usually have a big, hey, Karen. Oh, thank you. Yes, you're right. That is what it is. That is what it is. I always forget about the delay. And then I'm like, what? So you do want a foam pad to get a nice, clean, crisp image, right? And that one came out lovely. Then we're going to bring in our flowers. Okay. So this is all the floral images, along with some what I call lilacs. They might be wisteria, not sure, but it's all floral. So we're going to go ahead and ink that up. I'm just going to turn this around here a little bit. And stamp that down. And if you hear things that sound like the thundering herd, it's simply my cats upstairs making a lot of noise. They've been like on a rampage today. So we have our beautiful flowers. And now I'm going to bring in so this is a two-step stamp, right? We're going to get a full image by stamping together we're going to bring in the Stampin' Right markers. And look, I'm down to 4. I have no idea where that other one is. But I'm really hoping I find it sooner rather than later. But we're going to use Sweet Sorbet for the center of our flowers. Now, let me show you why I'm going to do what I'm going to do. Let's stamp this in green so you can see. This image is the leaves and the centers of the flowers. I'm just going to stamp it here, even though we're not going to use it. So you can see all the leaves look great in the Parakeet Party, but I don't really want green floral centers. So here's what we're going to do. Well, hello. We're going to take the brush tip. Now you can do this with your Stampin' Right markers. I do not have success doing it with my blends. So I recommend that you stay with the Stampin' Right markers. And I am going to color with the Sweet Sorbet marker all the floral images on this stamp. Not the leaves, just the flowers. Because we don't really want red leaves either, do we? All right, so we've done that. Then we do a little bit of what I call DVB. Wait, there's one more up here. I knew there was one more. One more at the top. Darth Vader breathing, if you came up in the generation that I did and are a fan of Star Wars. Okay. And then we're going to line this up. So the red going down through, and I try to find 3 flowers. Like the one at the top is a good one to use, and then maybe one at the bottom and one on the side, and stamp. And that's pretty good. We got a pretty good image there. Okay. Now I'm going to clean that. And I can tell, so we'll see what happens when I do it with the greens, that my cleaning pad needs cleaned. Do you ever have that experience? And I thought I put not a brand one, but a freshly cleaned one down, but apparently I didn't. So now I'm going to do the reverse. I'm going to ink the whole stamp up again in the Parakeet, but I'm going to use one of our blender pens. Now this is not a blend, this is a blender pen, right? This is what you use for lots of different techniques. You can use this to color with your ink pads. I am taking this all over the flowers. Okay, and then I'm scribbling the green ink from the flowers off onto my scrap paper so that it does not add green on top of my red. So this is another way to get multiple colors on the same stamp. You could be doing this all at one time. I found it easier to go this way because it was easier to ink up all the green images on this stamp with the ink pad. I also see that I've got green down in between here, so I'm going to try to pick some of that up and hope that doesn't transfer on us. And then we're going to stamp this down. I'll turn this just a little bit, and hopefully my head is not getting in your camera view. Do I have it somewhere? Yeah, there we go. There we go. I found it. Okay, so again, I'm going to line up 3 images, 3 of the floral images. And I'm going to stamp. And look how well that lines up. So all of your greens are going into your little flowers on the edges, up here at the point. Cute, cute, cute. That is a really easy way to get multiple colors into your stamped image. And then just one last time, you know, scribble. I know I'm probably off camera for this, but scribble on your scrap paper to make sure that all that green is out of your blend pen or blender pen, because you don't want to pick that up the next time. Now, the sad news about this beautiful card is that there are no dies. So we have to fussy cut, but these are pretty easy to fussy cut, especially if I take my glasses off so I can actually see it. that Star Wars generation. Yeah, I'm also at the age now where I'm putting my glasses on and off frequently. So does anybody have a favorite set that they can't wait to order out of the new catalog while I fussy cut? And you know the trick, right? Don't move the scissors, move the paper when you fussy cut. Keep your scissors stable. So, and that is my cat snoring, if you hear that. And then this is pretty easy to fussy cut too. We're just going to work our way around. Truthfully, I had only gone through the catalog about twice before on tour. And then I forget, I think it was Kate Spackman that was demonstrating. She's one of our divisional managers. And I was looking for something that she was using. And I'm like, oh, I don't remember seeing that. I don't remember seeing that. So my list got a lot bigger. But that is why all those many years ago, 18 plus, I signed up as a consultant / demonstrator, whatever you want to, whatever title you'd like to give us, because I wanted a discount. And my plan was to get in and get some toys for 3 months and then get out. And not only did I not get out, I have a very successful business. I was in the top 100 demonstrators for 3 years. I've earned over 16 incentive trips. And 3.5 years ago, when I was downsized, I thought about going back to work. And then I went, I'd rather craft all day. So that's what I do now. All right, there is our fussy cut images. Didn't take too long. Cottage roast, yes, Betty, that is the first one on my list. And I am sure, Betty knows my mother-in-law, I am sure it is going to be the first one on her list too. It is beautiful. So we are going to mount our bottle, which is what our flowers are going to be coming off of. Right here in the center. And I had to fussy cut it because I did the painted texture background, right? And then our flowers are going to go on top of that, but I want a little bit of depth there. So I'm going to grab what appears to be pieces and parts is what I have left, but that's okay. They work too. And we'll get some dimensionals on the back. Stampers, crafters in general, never waste anything, right? And these work just as well. I had a guest here for a class one time. She was relatively new. And after she left, I found her edges to her dimensionals in the trash can. And I was like, oh no, no, we don't throw them out. We use them over and over. All right. And then we're going to pop this up as well. This is our birthday greeting. Let's keep, the only thing I do tend to do is I tend to just grab what's in front of me, and half the time I've got bits and pieces on each sheet laying in my drawers rather than using one sheet up first and then moving on. Yeah, cottage, that whole suite, that whole Cottage Rose suite, including the Memories and More cards, I think are gorgeous. I actually added them to my list because I see a class in the future with that. Okay. So then this is going to go on our card front and it's going to be our flap. So we're just going to apply adhesive on the one side, and you can use your Seal Plus, you can use Tombow liquid glue, you can use tear and tape. Since I just have the regular seal here, that's what I'm going to use. Because truthfully, this regular seal is nice and strong as well. Get that centered on there, and then I'm going to flip that over and just do a little burnishing with the back of my, or with my fingers on the back. And then it's going to open up like that. So we need a piece for the inside, which I think I might have just cut. So let's see. I think I have one right here. Let's see. Yep. We're going to use this. And I've got a greeting from that pansy set that I mentioned earlier that we're going to put on here. And we're using the Orchid Oasis again. That stamp, I always stamp it crooked. It doesn't matter because I just do. That's a little better. We'll take that side. Thank heaven Stampin' Up paper has two sides to it, right? Not all papers do. I know you laugh when I say that, but if you've ever bought paper somewhere else, you might find that one side is colored and the other side isn't, or the color doesn't run the whole way through if you try to tear it to get some depth and dimension, right? So there we go. Quick, easy, cute, fun fold, even with the fussy cutting. It did not take us very long at all to create that card. Hopefully that tip about doing the centers first and then coming back in with your greens will help you. It really does allow you to get the two tones going in there and not have green centers in your flowers, although that's fine. I know there are flowers that do have green centers. Let me bring that back down. We rearranged my desk and now I'm still working with the old setup, so I have to remember to keep it a little bit lower. But thank you guys so much for joining me tonight and watching. I hope you enjoyed that fun fold and sneak peek of an upcoming set. It really is cute. And it does have a punch that coordinates with the larger bottle, right? So don't worry, you don't have to fussy cut everything. You will have a punch for the larger bottle, which will make it a little easier. As a matter of fact, we also have shaker domes for the larger bottle and some really pretty effervescent baubles. Not sure that's the right word, but I know the effervescent is. But that when you fill that, it really, really shines. Hi, Debbie. So yes, so there you go. That is our fun fold. That is our sneak peek for tonight. Yes, go back and watch Debbie. It's a fun one to create. And that's a great set. So hopefully I've encouraged some of you to put that on your wish list as we're waiting for May 3rd. May 3rd will be here in a week. If you need a catalog, reach out to me and we'll figure out how to get you one. If you don't have a demonstrator that you're currently working with, I'll be happy to help you. And again, if you don't have a demonstrator that you're working with, I would love to become that person for you. And there is my website and my monthly hostess code. And with a minimum $30 order, you can earn those just card kits. All right, guys. Hey, have a wonderful evening and a great rest of your week. If you're hanging around Thursday morning looking for something to do, come find me over on Facebook. I'll put my link below. I do a coffee and cards there every Thursday morning at 10 o'clock. And we usually create 3 cards during that session. So you're going to want to check that out, as well as Sunday nights at 8. I'm on for Sunday stamping. And of course, the times are Eastern time because I'm in Pennsylvania. All right. Have a great one. And thanks again so much. Don't forget to hit the like button. Leave me a comment. You'll be entered into the drawing for the card. And if you haven't subscribed, please make sure you do that as well. Take care. Bye.